Hello everybody, it's me, your good friend Sparky, and welcome back to what I believe to be the finale of Mega Man Battle Network. We just have a few more battle chips to get before we have all of the available battle chips. And I figured I'd save these last few ones because they're sort of different, sort of special, and they all involve sort of a mechanic I really haven't shown off yet, which is the in-game chip trades. For example, I have an X-Panel 3S here. Would you trade that Hammer M for it? And also, please be my friend. No way. Yeah. Really? Wonderful. Here, take this, my new friend. Land got a chip for X-Panel 3S, which is not actually a chip we were missing. We had X-Panel 3, of course, but we do need this chip for a different chip trade. So now, we need to wander up towards the school, and we might as well stop by Higsby's shop here. Talk to the Cyber Higsby. And we need to get another chip from here, which is Buster Sword S. One turn use of sword with B. Basically what this means is that for one turn, after using this chip, every time you hit the B button, you'll instead use the sword chip instead of your buster. But we need it, and we got it. Neat. We have it now. But anywho, we gotta wander up towards the school now and actually do those other chip trades. Let's see. We need to talk to you. I believe we talked to this kid before. Or at least we were in here with this kid. Well, well, how lucky for me. Wanna trade that chip? What you say? That X-Panel 3S for Buster Bomb D? Sure thing. Groovy. Another page in my album filled. This is the one you wanted, right? And we got Buster Bomb D, which lets us, much like the Buster Sword chip, use a bomb chip whenever we press the B button after using it. And there's actually one more of these in the school somewhere. We need to make our way to the AV room. And I forget where that is. You see, no. It might be upstairs. I think it's upstairs. Hello? Anyone? Nobody home? Okay. Interesting. Alright, I'm lost. Where? There's supposed to be someone here in the school. Is it you? Hi. I know how to modify battle chips. Pretty cool, huh? I'm modifying one now, so please don't disturb me. What do you want now? Hey, wait, I've got a good idea. There's some chips that I need some data from. If you give me 30 Metguard A chips, I'll give you an original custom chip. What do you say? Well, I did spend an ungodly amount of time collecting Metguard A chips, so sure. Thanks, now I can make a new original chip. It will take some time, so come back later. That should be long enough. Hi again. I finished the chip. I'm such a genius. Here you go. And we got a chip for Buster Guard A. Again, much like the other Buster chips, that'll let us use a guard for one turn with the B button. Which, is arguably not very useful when compared to the other ones, but it does give you pretty much defense for a full turn, which I guess can come in handy. And yeah, I spent a really long time collecting a lot of Metguard A chips for that. But you know what? You want to know what the worst part about it is? I actually already had a Buster Guard chip. I got this out of a chip trader while I was looking for MetGuard A chips. And I didn't get this until I had already collected 27 of the 30 MetGuard A chips. So I figured I would just continue collecting MetGuard A chips so my hard work wasn't put totally to waste. And apparently this kid's 100% original custom battle chip is just available in Higsby's chip trader. Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, we have one more chip trade to do. We need to head over to the government complex, and there's somebody in the waterworks that is looking for something. They should be up in the lobby. You? My son asked me to look for a chip for him. A Howitzer H, he said. Supposed to be pretty rare. It's not anywhere. I don't suppose that you would have one. If you do, I'll give you this Buster Punch C for it. Yes, sir. Thanks so much. My son will be so happy. And Lan got a chip for Buster Punch C. So, that is, again, a chip that lets you use punches for a full turn. And, with that, we have, officially, an almost complete library of chips. Cannon, high cannon, M cannon, shotgun, crossgun, spreader, bubbler, heater, mini bomb, little bomb, cross bomb, big bomb, sword, wide sword, long sword, fighter sword, knight sword, hero sword, fire sword, aqua sword, Lex sword, Muramasa, which is a special chip that we get from Shadow Man, in addition to his own battle chips. Shockwave, Sonowave, Dynawave, Fire Tower, Aqua Tower, Wood Tower, Quake 1, Quake 2, Quake 3, Guts Punch, Ice Punch, Dash, Howitzer, Tri-Arrow, Tri-Spear, Tri-Lance, Radon 1, Radon 2, Radon 3, Wave, Red Wave, Big Wave, Gaia 1, Gaia 2, Gaia 3, Thunder 1, Thunder 2, Thunder 3, Ring Zap 1, Ring Zap 2, Ring Zap 3, Typhoon, Hurricane, Cyclone, Snake Egg 1, Snake Egg 2, Snake Egg 3, Drain 1, Drain 2, Drain 3, Body Burn, X-Panel 1, X-Panel 3, Hammer, Metguard, Iron Shield, Recover 10, Recover 30, Recover 50, Recover 80, Recover 120, Recover 150, Recover 200, Recover 300, Steal, Get on 1, Get on 2, Escape, Interrupt, Repair, Time Bomb 1, Time Bomb 2, Time Bomb 3, Cloud, Cloudier, Cloudest, Mine 1, Mine 2, Mine 3, Dynamite 1, Dynamite 2, Dynamite 3, Removit 1, Removit 2, Removit 3, Lock on 1, Lock on 2, Lock on 3, Candle 1, Candle 2, Candle 3, Anubis, Ice Cube, Rock Cube, Buster Guard, Buster Bomb, Buster Sword, Buster Punch, Slow Gauge, Fast Gauge, Invis 1, Invis 2, Invis 3, Drop Down, freaking Drop Down. Oh my god. I got a lot to say about this chip. It is terrible. Pop Up, Iron Body, Barrier, Bubble Wrap 1, Bubble Wrap 2, Bubble Wrap 3, Leaf Shield. Equally have things to say about this chip. Aqua Aura, Fire Aura, Wood Aura. Question mark. Roll, Roll 2, Roll 3, Gutsman, Gutsman 2, Gutsman 3, Proto-Man, Proto-Man 2, Proto-Man 3, Fireman, Fireman 2, Fireman 3, Numberman 1, 2, 3, Stoneman 1, 2, 3, Iceman 1, 2, 3, Colorman 1, 2, 3, Alecman 1, 2, and 3, Bombman 1, 2, and 3, Magic Man 1, 2, and 3, Woodman 1, 2, and 3, Skullman 1, 2, and 3, Sharkman 1, 2, and 3, Pharaohman 1, 2, and 3, Shadowman 1, 2, and 3, and base. We have every battle chip except the one, and we are going to go after that last one. Which, easiest way to get back to where we need to go is to go back to Dad's lab. But yeah. Drop down. And to a certain extent, Leaf Shield are a perfect example of why I really am not the biggest fan of, like, item grinding for stuff in this game. In any game, really. Because occasionally you come across a problem of the game just doesn't like to play nice. And there ends up being sometimes fundamental flaws with the game mechanics that get in the way of you actually being able to do things, which is great. Basically, both Drop Down and Leaf Shield are incredibly rare chips to get from the viruses that are also not the most terribly common encounters. The drop-down wood tower guys, the popper viruses, I think they're called. One of those guys right there, except the rare variety. My folder is kind of a mess right now. I need to actually go in and change things again. The rare versions, the higher version levels of this guy right here. You can only get Leaf Shield from the second version, and you can only get Drop Down from the third version. And that's all fine and dandy. Except for the fact that you can only get their battle chips from... oh, by the way, Pop-Up is pretty much the best defensive chip in the game. You become completely invincible for a turn, except for when you attack. So basically, these guys can't do anything to me if I don't drop my guard. And, well, it actually becomes quite difficult to do anything to these guys when they just don't stop attacking. But yeah, you can only get the chips from those specific viruses. Like, there is no other way to get them. And you can only get them if you get a busting rank of 9 or higher. They basically... So obviously, if you get a better buster rank, you get a better prize, right? If you get a better buster rank, you are allowed to get better chances at getting chips. Oh, go away. Stop that. Stop. The higher buster rank you get, the better chance you have at getting... Why didn't I just use Sharkman? The higher buster rank you get, the better chance you have of getting rare battle chips. It makes sense, right? And in order to get Leaf Shield or Pop-Up, you need to get busting rank 9 or higher. That's fair. Do I need to get anything from you still? Ah, yes, the Aqua Armor. We have tons of money, might as well grab this now. So, you have to get busting rank 9 or higher. You know what, that's perfectly reasonable. It's a couple of rare battle chips. It's expected that they be a little more difficult to get at times. But here's the thing. I learned something about Mega Man Battle Network's mechanics. And it's the fact that you can't get higher than a 9 busting rank against individual enemies. Like that sword guy I was just fighting. You cannot get, unless it's a Navi fight, you cannot get higher than a 9 busting rank. In order to get higher than that, a 10 or an S, you have to double delete enemies. Or things like that. At least from what I understand, I could have been interpreting things wrong. It's entirely possible that this is me misconstruing information and there's actually a way to get higher busting ranks. But not from what I've seen, honestly. More often than not, if you want a better chance at getting the really rare chip drops... See, I think we've got one of them here. Let's see, which one are you? You are the Leaf Shield variety. If I wanted to get Leaf Shield from this guy, if I wanted to get a higher chance of getting the battle chip... See, that was only a 7. I had no chance of getting Leaf Shield there. If I wanted a higher chance of getting the battle chip, he would have to be paired with another virus so I could delete them at the same time. And they would have to be, like, a pairing where deleting them at the same time was, like, conceivable. In most cases, when you encounter those viruses, they're either on their own or the chip selection just doesn't allow you to, like, actually delete them fast enough, and you have no shot at getting the rare battle chip that you want. It's just not possible. So you're basically stuck getting at the most busting rank of 9. And as it turns out, getting a busting rank of 9 only nets you a 3.25 chance of those chips dropping. At least drop down, I'm pretty sure. But I don't think Leaf Shield is any better. 3.25%. It is the only... It is, in most scenarios, the best chance you have of getting those chips to drop. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. It isn't... You just can't get them otherwise. It just doesn't happen. And it's a pain. I spent so many hours trying to get drop down. And anyone who played this game will probably tell you a similar story, honestly. Freaking drop down is one of the most notorious battle chips in the game. And I don't think you'll find much argument from anyone about that. It's just a bad time. It honestly is. Ow. 3.25%. So, yeah, after a while, I got really sick of looking for the drop-down chip. And to a certain extent, also Wood Aura, which is not a common chip drop. And here's another one. Here's another one of these guys. And that's not gonna work. 3.25%. I got so sick of trying to find the chip through legitimate means that I did end up doing more RNG manipulation, which ended up not being too difficult. Basically, tricking the game into not only causing the drop-down virus to spawn, but also into guaranteeing me a drop-down chip. And it's actually in this setup right here. In this virus setup, this virus encounter. Under the certain circumstances, you can get this encounter to spawn and then use 2 Sharkman chips in a specific way, and you can guarantee yourself a drop-down chip. Other than that, if you want a drop-down chip, you're basically out of luck. Ow. Anyway. I'm done ranting. I'm done complaining. I am going to make my way to the actual final area of the game, adjust my chip folder a little, and once we return, you will see the final fight of Mega Man Battle Network. So I'm gonna skip ahead here a little. This has already been going on for a little bit. Probably should have skipped ahead already. So see you in a few seconds. Maybe. And we have arrived. Do a little of this. Save our game. Pop back to the title screen, and then we go back in, go up that way, turn at the corner, and just keep on running. Just keep on running. Running this way, running along the wall, until we summon Bass into the battle using RNG manipulation. That is the dance you do in order to get the final boss encounter of Mega Man Battle Network 1 to happen, in which we fight this betrayer. After palling around and being the best of friends all game, he decides to turn on us like this. And I am personally stunned at what I am seeing. Though in all reality, Bass truly is, like, the boogeyman in the background of pretty much every Battle Network game. Even though he's, like, only directly involved in the plot of 1 or 2 of the games. Basically, any other any Battle Network thing you play, Bass is gonna be there to be your ultimate test of your operator skills towards the end of things. And, he's no joke. He's got the life aura that he stole from the life virus, and he does a lot of damage and has a lot of really fast attacks. And if you're not careful, you can take a lot of hits really quickly. But thankfully, I think we've got this down. Bass is deleted. We get our busting rank of 5, which gives us the life aura chip. Which means we have every battle chip in the game, as the achievement that popped up in the corner declares. And we are officially done with Mega Man Battle Network 1. There are, of course, other things we can find, other, like, chip trades we can do, and we technically never finished powering up Mega Man. I'm missing 3 power-ups and, an HP memory, most of which, God knows where they actually are. I know where at least 1 power-up is. It's in the shop, and it cost a bunch of money. But, we have basically everything else. A full, complete library of battle chips. We have fought all of the bosses in the game, including all of the secret bosses. And this is, like, absolutely the hardest I have ever gone into playing a Battle Network game. I have never really strived for any sort of completion in these before. There's the life aura. Negate all attacks with damage less than 100. Very nice. But, yeah. That's it. This is the most I've ever done with any kind of Battle Network game. And you know what? As difficult as it was to, like, get things like drop down to happen, I've learned a lot about, like, doing weird things to manipulate the game in your favor, and this is like the most I've done with any Battle Network game ever, and it feels good. It feels good to do this. But yeah, I guess that's gonna be it. We can go and save our game. And we can see right there, 176 out of 176 battle chips. In the library, at least. We have way more battle chips than that. And lots of money. And we've been playing for a playtime of 32 hours, I suppose? But yeah. That is everything, at least, like, boss-wise and such in Battle Network 1. We are officially done with this game. I really hope you enjoyed this little romp through one of my favorite Mega Man sub-series. And I hope that you look forward to more Battle Network games in the future, because yes, I definitely plan on playing the others. Until then, though, until the next project, this is your good friend Sparky signing off for now, and I will catch you later.